Hey, welcome to Screenplay Junkie. My name's Drew Hellmich, and I love screenwriting and everything there is about movies. But before anything makes it to the screen, it always begins with text on paper. So if you're a fellow addict of film and storytelling, join my brothers, Matt and Bryan, and I as we take a look at various types of screenplays, short stories, and other source material that were crucial to the creation of the stories we all love. There will be spoilers, though, so I do recommend being familiar with the title that's being discussed. Sound good? All right, then let's get started. Welcome back, fellow story addicts, to Screenplay Junkie, episode number 51. Drew and Bryan here.
Hello, guys. Good to be sitting back down with you.
Yeah, 2 weeks later, I feel like we haven't done a single thing differently, though, because of our current situation here.
Our self-quarantine, indeed.
Yeah, true.
You guys feeling sick? You guys got a cough or anything?
No, I think we're all doing pretty healthy.
I would hope not, at least.
I don't know, Bryan.
On the good ends of the spectrum.
Bryan, you don't look so good, man. I don't know.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah,
what was that? Yeah,
there's been a lot of suspicion surrounding your actions, dude, and I don't like it at all.
Like what?
A lot of coughing, a lot of sneezing.
I just think he looks like shit. I mean, you just don't look good right now.
Yeah, even the way you look is very suspicious. So I don't really like it.
I mean,
okay.
Maybe you should see a doctor.
I'm lost for words.
Telemedicine. We should call the doctor for you. Maybe we'll do it after the episode. But right now, we're busy. We have Benchwarmers today.
We do.
On Screenplay
That's correct.
Junkie.
The 2006 baseball comedy.
Rob Schneider. Leading man. I mean, like, what other movies can you think of where Rob Schneider is like the star of the movie? Because all I got is like, The Animal.
I got it. Yeah, The Animal.
Deuce Bigelow.
Deuce Bigelow. What's the one where he like switches bodies
There's a
with a
second one of
girl?
those, too.
He switches bodies with a girl.
Oh. The hot chick.
The hot chick.
You
chick. Got it.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir. I never saw that one actually.
The hot chick. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it's a cold cut Rob Schneider classic.
The best part of that is when it's like a girl that becomes a guy. It's a girl that becomes Rob Schneider. What a nightmare, right?
They switch bodies.
And then the best part is when she or he is trying to use the urinal in the bathroom, and they're trying to aim, and then the guy is like, aim for the cigarette. Because there's a cig in the urinal. Yeah,
that's the target of choice.
And that's the best part of that movie. I mean, I know everything about every Rob Schneider movie. He's my favorite actor, so of course I know.
I do remember you saying this before we sat down and watched the film. You were like extremely excited. He had
he's snubbed every year at the Oscars. I mean, the guy is his range, his incredible.
I don't know,
range.
but I think that's a bit of a stretch there.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
You're kidding, right?
I mean,
he's the best.
Unless he ever plays the role of a stapler, as South Park said.
Come on. Or a carrot.
Yes, yeah.
Rob Schneider. All right, I'll admit, he's not the best actor on planet Earth, but he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he does the job. He does what he needs to do.
He's
That's
really
all that
good at
matters.
standing in the background and saying a few lines.
You can do it, yeah.
Like, you can do it.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, why are we doing this movie, though?
Because it's fun.
Why did we pick the Benchwarmers for this particular episode?
Opening day was like 2 days ago. It was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was on Thursday.
Correct.
Thursday. And, well, I mean, we all know about this. The coronavirus is delaying many things of normal life.
Everything about it. Yeah.
Such as sports, which actually I don't really care too much.
You don't miss sports at all?
No.
I mean, to be honest with you, I had my... find my highlights, but I never really sat down and was like, all right, I'm going to watch this. Other than football, of course. But until football was over.
You guys don't miss March Madness?
Okay. Yes, I would love to watch that.
I mean, it would have been great, but at the same time...
We'd be in like the Sweet 16
don't really
right
care.
This is true.
Dude, Bradley, your alma mater made it into the tournament, and they didn't even get to play.
I know. If March Madness would have happened and I would have had the opportunity to watch them play, great.
Actually, all of our respective universities where we went to school, they all were in it. Iowa,
was gonna
Illinois, and Bradley.
Yeah. I mean, I would have loved to watch it. Yeah, I
That's
agree. Awesome. But at the same time, like, I don't fret about it. It's not something I think about like day after day. Like, oh man, I wish I would have watched it.
Gotta have sports. Yeah. I need SportsCenter every morning. I must have it.
Like, baseball sucks. Like, not just we all love baseball, so it sucks that we cannot watch it. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, whatever.
Can't watch it, but we've been substituting.
I'll deal with it.
It'll be back. We'll get through it. I mean, it'll probably be a month or two before we see any sports, but I'm sure we'll be back.
We've been substituting, though. We've been turning to video game sports. We've been turning to...
Oh, yeah.
MLB 20 the show.
Yes.
We're playing a lot of it.
We were playing the Mario Super Sluggers game earlier today, Brian. We're Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, and we're just mashing baseballs.
Simulated baseball. That's what we've turned to for sports.
Yes. If you can't have the real thing, just hop on a video game. It's the next best.
True. Well, I think one of the funniest things that I saw, I want to go back to March Madness, was people were betting on like NCAA college basketball, the video game.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Wait.
That's hilarious.
When's that video game from, though? That has to be from like years back. They don't make that game
anymore. Oh, yeah. I don't know what year.
It had to be like 2K, like 10 or something. NCAA basketball.
I mean, that's I love that. That's hilarious. Just betting on computers?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Wow.
Sounds miserable. We haven't stumped to that level yet, guys. Maybe we'll be there in a few more weeks.
We shall see.
Especially if we keep having to like stay around each other and we can't leave, we can't go out.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all going to go crazy.
But we all grew up playing the sport of baseball. And when was the last year that we played? What year was that? I think it was 2 years ago?
That was my sophomore year, yeah. 2 years ago, yeah.
I mean, who else do you know that's in their 20s? When did they stop playing baseball? I feel like we were like the oldest of our friends to keep playing.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a buddy that's still playing.
I like to think we were playing at the lowest level of professional baseball. That's the way I like to think of it. I mean, it was so low that you had to pay to play.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But we were pros. I mean, we're adults. We're out there.
We were the pros of the pay to play leagues.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, we did get to play on some cool fields, though.
It was fun. I mean, the hardest part about all of that was just like schedules, because like you had work, you had other commitments.
Yes,
it's tough to be like, oh yeah, let me just go play a 2-hour baseball game.
Right. And mostly it was like 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock games. The scheduling was terrible.
Yeah, it does suck not playing organized sports anymore. But again, this is why you turn to video games and drinking while playing video games. I've found that is more fun and adds to the competitiveness.
That is a healthy substitute.
Yes. Yeah, instead of going outside and doing real activities, just drink and play video games. Yeah, just virtually do it. Mental practice. Take some mental reps.
You don't have to go anywhere. You just do it from the seat of your couch.
Yeah. I mean, just because you said that, I need to say this, that like America is probably getting so fat during this quarantine.
Oh, definitely.
Everyone is just sitting on their couch, just going to their chip bag or their Cheeto bag nonstop, watching Guy Fieri on Food Network for like 5 hours, or binging like Tiger King. That's what everyone talks about now, is Tiger King. Should Screenplay Junkie do something on Tiger King?
I don't know. What is that?
I guess.
I don't even know what that is.
I've never even
It's just some crazy... It's like a Netflix series that's sweeping the nation that everyone cares about. I mean, every radio station, every media like outlet is talking about Tiger King because everyone's watching it. It's like a guy who's like an exotic animal owner, and he's just a character.
You see, maybe I'm like a weirdo, like during this like coronavirus pandemic that's going on right now. I feel like nothing's really changed for me except for not going to work because I got laid off my job. I'm not going to get into that, but I feel like how I carry myself is like pretty normal. No, like, I don't really watch TV. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't really play many video games. Like I kind of stick to a similar schedule.
I feel that's the best way to go about it.
Like I don't know. Like I feel like
like
people are freaking out about this, and I don't want to say I don't understand, but.
I can relate in one way, in that I might be running out of things to do, and that's the hard part.
But you
like, what am I going to keep doing?
But you still have to go to work, though. You still have that solid.
I get to escape.
40 hours of your week to do things.
Yeah. What up? I'm essential.
Regulated I still things get to go to work. Do.
I'm an essential worker, according to Donald Trump. J.B. Pritzker. Shout out to J.B. Pritzker. Yeah, the whole situation's. It's awful.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to normal. I want baseball. I want Rob Schneider on my TV just hitting bombs off 12-year-olds. That's what I want. They should make that a live event.
That's true, honestly.
Rob Schneider home run derby?
Yeah. Let's throw that on ESPN. Let's go. Millions of views, millions of clicks. Everybody would watch.
All right. Let's get back to the Benchwarmers, though, because...
Should we?
Maybe we shouldn't, but... I mean, this movie is... I like it, but at the same time, it's so dumb and stupid.
Slapstick. You're here for the laughs. You know it's goofy.
I mean, when it came out 2006, so, I mean, it doesn't matter how old you were, but did you like this movie when you first saw it?
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
I thought it was hilarious when we watched it the other night.
Yeah.
It's still funny. It's just goofy.
I would agree.
You just got to know. You know it's goofy. You know what you're in for, and you know what to expect.
I mean, I think we can get more into the movie itself a little later on, but let's transition over to the IMDb info, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. So the Benchwarmers came out 2006. It was April 7th, so a nice spring movie, right when baseball starts.
Right around opening day, perfect.
Right around opening day.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's good marketing. It's a good job. Here's the logline. A trio of guys try and make up for missed opportunities in childhood by forming a 3-player baseball team to compete against standard children's Little League squads.
Standard?
Yeah, I know. They had defined children's, yes.
God, that was such a weird logline. That was tough to read through. It's just like, all I gotta say is like, hey, grown men play baseball against kids. That's all it had to say.
Yeah, true.
Well, anyways, this movie was directed by Dennis Dugan.
The Duganator.
Some nice alliteration in there. Mm-hmm. I think he also directed, what was it?
Happy Gilmore.
Big Daddy. Oh, and Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, he does a lot of Adam Sandler stuff.
Okay.
He's the commissioner in Happy Gilmore.
Right.
Yes. What's his name in the movie?
Doug.
Yeah, Doug, yeah.
He's Doug. He's like the commissioner, the short guy. This movie, Benchwarmers, was written by Alan Covert and Nick Swardson. Mm-hmm. And just to name something else, or other things, that these guys have written, it includes Grandma's Boy, Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star, 8 Crazy Nights, Jack and Jill, which is awful, and then Malibu's Most Wanted, that Nick Swardson had something to do with.
What's out of that bunch? Which movie do you like the most?
Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's so damn funny, and that's that movie. These two guys wrote together, or actually, Nick Swardson did not write. Oh no, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So Alan Covert and Nick Swardson wrote the Benchwarmers, and also wrote Grandma's Boy together.
Yep. Yeah.
2 completely different movies.
Yeah, and 2 completely different ratings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. One is like absolutely
hard
over the top,
R,
rated R.
Yeah,
and this movie's PG-13, but arguably it could be PG. Like, there's really nothing that bad in this movie. Starring in this one is Rob Schneider, David Spade, Jon Heder, Jon Lovitz. A lot of Johns in here. Nick Swardson's in there. Tim Meadows. Just a bunch of like Saturday Night Live people. I feel like I've seen before.
Yeah, people. Yeah, who are known.
It's kind of shocking that like Adam Sandler produced this. This is a Happy Madison film, right? But he's not in the movie. Like, why didn't he make a cameo? It's so odd.
I feel like if he made a cameo as like one of the coaches, like an opposing coach, that would have been kind of good.
Yeah, that would have been
kind of funny. Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't want to do it. Like,
or if really he filled the spot like Rob Schneider usually does in his movies. He was just had a couple seconds here.
Yeah, just had like a weird, like sense. Just a weird guy in the stands being like, "Come on, like beat those 3 old weird guys. Come on, kids."
I like Rob Schneider as this normal guy, like how we said earlier, because he's always had like the backseat role or these really weird roles. So I like him in this normal athletic type role because he never plays that.
Yeah, it's weird for Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
he pulls it off though.
I agree.
Like totally. I said, Oscar snub. Like, I don't understand. He's one of the greatest actors of our time, guys. All right, so this movie was made for $33 million. $33 million. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dead serious. It's a lot of money.
Okay, and I'm just gonna go back again for like relevant episodes that we did because we did Upgrade, and that was like what, $5 million?
Yeah, $5 million.
That was like single-digit mil, and this is 33.
Yeah. I don't get what they spent all the money on, like building that stadium at the end of the movie where it's like,
that probably cost a good amount of it.
Oh yeah, maybe or renting like Knight Rider the car or renting the Batmobile because Jon Lovitz's character was driving that, or like renting that house.
The house that he lived in.
Yeah, I don't know what the budget would have been.
Or well, they did buy an RV and paint it like with Benchwarmers stuff.
That too. The Ghost Bus. There's a lot of people in this movie.
True.
Like just a lot of actors in general. I don't know.
I wish I could have found this, like how long it took them to film this movie, because I think Bryan, you brought it up when we were watching it. Did it seem like to you like they filmed it over like a few days?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Well, the movie is under an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's short.
Yeah.
You blink your eye and it's over. Like I mean, I enjoyed that, honestly.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was made for $33 million, and it made $64 million. So it did pretty well. I mean, it barely doubled its money.
Okay, they succeeded in that, the gross area.
Wow, exactly. All right, so let's do some trivia on this one. Not much I have here, but a few of them are pretty interesting. So, you know Reggie Jackson? He's in this movie, right? He takes them on the back of a truck, and they're swinging against mailboxes, blowing them up.
The MLB player, New York Yankee.
Got it.
Legend. Yeah, he claims he did that when he was a kid. He said, like, when he was a kid training for baseball, him and his buddies would go, like, swing upon mailboxes, ding-dong ditch houses, just be total buffoons in order to get in better shape for baseball.
So felonies were committed.
Apparently, Apparently, Reggie Jackson has admitted to felonies because, gosh, if someone destroyed my mailbox, I would want to kill them. How am I going to get my mail?
How are you going to get your messages from your secret admirer?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so one of the kids in this film that like is a pitcher against Rob Schneider, David Spade, and Jon Heder. Like he's a kid playing the Benchwarmers. He grew up to be John Moscott, who's a Cincinnati Reds pitcher.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, so like one of the extras in the movie actually became a Major League Baseball player.
That's awesome.
Sweet, yeah.
No way. Do we know what team like he was on?
I don't know which team he was on in the movie. I don't know like which kid he is, but apparently like in the game that he's featured in being a part. What was that noise? Whatever. We're just gonna keep checking.
Oh my god!
This kid like gives up multiple home runs to Rob Schneider in the scene he's in. He's like, Schneider is just going deep on him every at bat.
So basically, he had to go through that trauma and emerge to make himself better.
Apparently, I mean, Rob Schneider,
and that's why he's in the MLB.
Life. Yeah, I think the Benchwarmers movie just altered his life, made him fall in love with baseball even more. You know, made him like want to just kill all the bullies with the baseball.
I think that's the perfect MLB boot camp you could go through.
I would love to be on set for this movie. I feel like it would be a lot.
It'd be a lot of fun. Seriously,
just screw around, play some baseball.
Actors, yeah, definitely.
Hang out with Rob Schneider, watch Rob Schneider run. I mean, come on, that was hilarious.
It's great.
He like waddles.
I love
quickly.
His form.
It's not really run. It's like waddling quickly.
Yeah.
All right, you guys know that stadium at the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish
we
had the opportunity of playing there
in the outfield.
Because they say that's like it's a combination of Yankee Stadium,
Wrigley.
Fenway, Wrigley, but also with the
Chase
pool.
Field. Yeah.
With the pool, it looks like the Diamondbacks, where the Diamondbacks play. And
is
great.
Is that Chase Field? It must be.
Yes, that's Chase Field.
Because that's the info I have here. Yeah, I guess like that's not a real field. Like, because I tried to look this up and find out. Apparently, it's not like an actual field that exists. It's like mostly a set that they made. And even some like green screen stuff, I think, is in there.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell they did it because like, it looks real.
It looks like they actually constructed the thing.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's where the $33 million budget.
They got the We Can Build It team, so I assumed it was real.
Well, remember in the movie they're like, he's like, you have 24 hours to build it. And
that guy.
And they're like, yeah, we got it. I don't believe that. There's no way you can build a field in 24 hours. I'm sorry.
Well, even if they like, why would they build a whole baseball field just for like 30 minutes of a movie or less?
That's true.
It just seems ridiculous. Yeah, but that field was unreal. But apparently, it's mostly a set. Like it's not.
That is
not an existing baseball.
I
field.
guess
that is
any to think now.
Any little leaguer, any little leaguer's dream to play there.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, especially in front of a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a packed house, like as it was.
And the last thing I got here is the hot mother who's like seen kissing Clark, Jon Heder's character, at the end of the movie. You know,
in the Pizza Hut,
wearing the helmet. Yeah, he's no longer wearing his helmet. They're in Pizza Hut, and this girl that's making out with him is apparently the same girl that starred in the Fountain of Wayne's music video. Stacy's mom. That's Stacy's mom from that music video.
Oh.
Okay,
I thought it was Stifler's mom from American Pie.
No, Stacy's mom. Bless you, Drew.
That's Jennifer Coolidge, who was in Slappy and the Snickers.
Yes. Nice.
Not her. No, different lady.
That's the woman who was the focal point of Stacy's mom's music video?
Yeah.
Really?
That's it.
Okay.
So she's in the Benchwarmers, yeah. Now we know.
Okay, we're not going to run through the story as we normally do, going through all the kinds of plot points, but... we didn't want to take as much of an analytical approach to this. I wanted to do a little more fun. Not that we don't have a lot of fun on this show, but we wanted to have a little more fun than we normally do. So, first of all, what is this movie about, guys? Can you tell me?
It's about a guy who mows lawns, a guy who is a clerk at a video store, and a paper boy. They're all grown men. They're all like 30 years old, and they're about to play baseball 3 against like 9.
Wait, did you say a guy who works at a video store?
Yeah, he's a video clerk. That's what.
Wow.
He's like a Blockbuster guy.
Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, it's a thing of the past now. There's no more Blockbusters, no more.
Isn't that depressing?
Video.
Yeah, it's true.
No,
though.
I mean, life is easier now. You could just go on Netflix or you can just go on demand and just boom, click.
Well, I like the streaming services, but I mean, come on, riding your bike to
the video
store as we did was a lot of fun as a kid. It was very nostalgic and it's just a great thing to do, right?
But Matt, yes, you are correct. That is a story of a few characters, but overall, I think it's a story of baseball and letting everyone and anything to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, that Bryan, you just led me to my next question. What is the message of this movie?
Yeah, inclusion. I think that's the message. Letting everybody play. Not about like leaving kids on the sideline. Just let everyone play ball. Play ball.
Don't let them be a bench warmer.
Yeah, for America's pastime specifically, or any sport, let everybody play who has interest and wants to play the sport. I mean, because that's what it is here. Kids are getting bullied, they're getting beef stewed,
but they love baseball so much. That's like the funniest part of this movie to me is like these nerdy little kids, like they're just so into baseball and they're so bad.
The stats
like
are.
You'd think that they would like want to do other things just because they realize that they're horrible at baseball. Like they get killed. The end scene of the movie is them playing the good kids in the tournament.
Yes.
They just get owned, and they're like having a blast the whole time.
Just because they're playing. You know,
I guess so, but it's just like, come on. Like,
yeah, but how are you on the opposing team? Somebody hits a double and you high five them. No, you don't do that. You trip him.
Well, because they never played before. That's why. They've never had the experience of going out in the field, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
I wish kids had as much interest in baseball as these movie kids do, because I feel like in real life right now, there's not as many kids so gung-ho about just hopping on the field and playing 9 innings.
Oh, I agree. I feel like, I mean, I don't know if baseball is a dying sport, but
I don't know.
It's definitely, I feel like it's taken like second or third of other American sports that are more dominant, maybe like football or basketball. Like, I'm just curious, where do you think baseball ranks among American sports?
Probably like 4th, I would say. I'd say it's NFL, NBA, NHL, then baseball. I think that's what most people care about.
Okay.
Wow. Because that's crazy. I mean, at least for me, like MLB is my number one.
Yeah.
Amongst any sports, but again, that's just my perspective, but whatever. Moving on. I want to talk about, again, just what this movie is about it being older men in their 30s. All of us in our 20s, we've played baseball our entire lives. Let's say us 3 were to form a 3-person team and enter a Little League system that would even allow us to play.
God, wouldn't that be something?
Do you think we would be able to step in the box and hit the pitching of today's game?
I think I would need to just
practice a little bit.
Just get out there,
take a couple cuts,
take some dry hacks.
Yeah,
throw the donut on the bat. Maybe
a donut. Yeah, true.
Donut on there, really get the bat speed up.
Yeah.
I could crush some 12-year-olds. I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous about using like a metal bat. And swinging in like
composite. We use composite. Composite is the bat that is used now today. It's supposed to be the equivalent of a wood bat,
I guess.
Right?
BB
core. Yeah,
it'd be dangerous. Also, pitching. Like I feel like we'd probably throw gas compared to some smaller children. Although my shoulder is pretty shot.
Well, how old are these kids supposed to be in this movie?
13 to 14 years
12?
old.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. They don't really ever say.
I'd say 12.
Well, when the one guy is handing him the fake birth certificate.
I am 12.
It says 12, so all these kids have to be 12.
In the green crayon.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's right, yes.
Context
so
clues,
12,
baby.
12 years old.
Little context clues.
They can't even see. These kids who are in this movie couldn't even watch this movie if they went to the theater.
Yeah, because it's PG-13. That's
exactly.
Right. Even though the movie feels like a much lighter movie than a PG-13. It's just like titty twisters and dick jokes maybe that are what take it to that.
Yeah, there's just some potty jokes and of that sort and that kind of stuff. But
slapstick.
Okay, as we were talking about a little bit earlier, we said we generally like this movie, but at the same time, at least with this viewing that we had most recently, I feel like this movie kind of falls off. So I don't know if you guys would agree with me with that, but that's what I'm pushing. So I just want to make sure, or not make sure. I'm wondering, do you think this movie falls off at all or fails?
Well, it definitely didn't fail because it made money. It like nearly doubled its budget. But in terms of like failing as a story, it kind of does because it's
I'm just
really
talking about the
interesting
story
at first. Like the fact that they get into baseball, they're starting to play kids, but then this whole tournament is set up, and it all like leads to just them not even playing in the final game. It's kind of weird.
Well, no, I like the tournament and I like the ending. I think, to me at least, I think just some of the jokes that they do, they just become too silly and like stupid and just like ridiculous and just annoying and childish, where it just gets just too dumb. At least to me. Like, I like the beginning. I think the beginning's good. Like, we were laughing our asses off when we were watching the beginning of this movie. And I felt like once we got towards, like, the last third of the movie, I just stopped caring.
Yeah, like, once Gus is found out to be a bully, and then it just goes into these extremes of bullies and people that are bullied, it's just kind of ridiculous, yeah. It's just stereotypes being played out to the max and idiocracy.
Just drag it out for too long.
Not at its finest. Like,
well, even like the bullying part, like I thought that was like, I liked it. Like, it had a good message. It was like more. I thought it was like a feel good type moment and stuff. I'm not going to get into specifics as far as like things that pissed me off, but like I just want to get into character. I think the problem with this movie is character. Actually, I like Rob Schneider's character only because probably Rob Schneider plays a character he never plays. But I don't want to say hate. I think in the beginning of the movie, I like Richie, I like Clark, but as the movie goes on, I'm just like, okay, Jon Heder, you're literally playing Napoleon Dynamite. You sound the same, you're doing the same antics, and then Richie, David Spade, is just playing the same cowardice, like fear,
fake confidence, like type stuff.
Yeah, like that he always does, and it's like, why? Like, come on, like, can we have these people do different characters? I think that's what probably got me the most upset.
Yeah, but that's also just like where their careers are and like what they've done over time. Like everyone knows, like when you're watching David Spade, you're gonna get David Spade. Like there's really nothing outside the box that you're gonna see from him. It's like always the same kind of acting.
I guess so.
That's why this whole Rob Schneider thing is so weird because he's usually the guy in the background
out of the loop,
with like buck teeth and like he looks all weird and he's like, ooh.
That's why Rob Schneider's great in this movie, though. I feel like he's like the heart and soul of this movie.
Well, he's like somewhat talented at baseball.
Yeah,
which is also mind-boggling.
Oh my God, let's get into that, please.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you guys think he's actually good at baseball? Like, from what you saw, just based on watching the movie, were you like, wow, Rob Schneider can actually swing
yeah, his mechanics, yes. His mechanics made me feel like, yes, this man knows how to play the game of baseball, yes.
I mean, someone on set with a radar gun said he was hitting 88 miles per hour with his fastball.
What?
That's bullshit.
At 5'3".
No. I have no idea how fast he threw it, but he's so normal in this movie, and that's very abnormal. And that's kind of what they were going for, I think, because Nick Swardson and what's the other guy's name again that wrote it? Alan Covert, right?
Yes.
They wrote this movie specific for these like guys, I think, basically. And they wanted Rob to play a character that he never plays. I think that I remember.
It's a great idea. I love it.
I read something that he would be on set and they would be like, "Wait, Rob, like you're being too goofy. Like just be yourself. Like just be normal."
Yeah.
And that's it's just odd to see that. But he trained, I guess, for like 3 months with like just taking swings, playing catch for the movie. That's just to get in like baseball shape.
IMDb said that
he is supposed to be like a superstar out there.
Yeah, I mean, come on. He's throwing these kids because he's the pitcher. I don't know how his arm wasn't falling off because he was pitching in every single game. What is Little League at, I think, 6 or 7 innings?
I think it's like 6 innings, yeah.
Okay, so this guy...
the whole game.
He's pitching every game out of this entire tournament. He's throwing fastballs. He's throwing curveballs. He's throwing changeups. He's probably throwing splitters, knuckleballs. Well, actually, you see him throw a knuckleball in one of the scenes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, yeah, this guy's throwing so many types of pitches at these kids that they've never seen before because they're 12 years old and they're probably only know how to throw a 4-seam and a curveball. That's about it.
Yeah, and he's just going home every day being like, I am a god. Like, I am the best of the best. No 12-year-old can hit my stuff.
And he's mashing, and then where you at? Well, I love the comedy part where you have David Spade behind the plate, who is a lefty, and he can never catch the ball. It's just hitting him in the face.
Drop third strikes all day.
Yeah.
That's a plot hole right there.
It's great.
And there's no one at first base to catch the drop third strike when you have to throw him out.
I don't think they counted in like 13U though.
I don't know, man.
I don't remember. I mean, because if you got a guy on base, you would steal all day.
Exactly. Exactly. There's no infield.
And then you got Clark out there who's just interested in the bugs.
Butterflies, yeah, bugs.
Who's basically like a bug catcher in Pokemon.
Yes.
Out there.
It's amazing how like he develops over the course of time in the movie. He becomes like decent at baseball just because they tape the bat to his hand.
All of them do. Both of them do.
Yeah, Richie too. Yeah, David.
But the taping, you're right. The taping of the bat, that would never be allowed. Never. Because there's the one part where he's rounding third and he like threatens to hit the kid with the bat.
Right.
Because what is he overruns third.
Yeah, exactly. And then to get back to the bag, he threatens to hit him. Yeah, I mean, we all knew that was coming. I mean, he's running around the bases with a bat.
Yeah.
He's going to use it as a weapon.
Yeah, true.
That stuff is ridiculous. We already kind of talked about the field they play at the end of the movie. It's amazing, right? Is it real? No, we said it was mostly made like as a set and then with other camera tricks and stuff. It's not a real field. I can't believe
it. It looked real to me. I don't know.
I spent a decent amount of time really trying to find some information on that field, and I just couldn't find anything. Like nothing on Wikipedia, other really reliable sites. Couldn't find anything. So,
yes, okay.
I don't know. Frustrating, but yeah, that field looked really cool. I would love to play baseball there.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
but yeah, just this whole idea of this movie of grown men playing baseball against 12-year-olds. I mean, we've talked about it. We all think we could succeed. I mean, if you couldn't succeed, are you just a loser?
Well, most
honestly,
definitely.
As a grown person who played baseball your whole life,
I wouldn't classify you as a loser. I mean, because remember, well, even before I get to the story, I would say it's just you're just not used to it. You're not used to that type of action. You're not used to the mechanics. You're not used to the swinging of a bat.
Yeah, your body holding up would be the toughest part.
You need to train for a little bit to get used to it. But I mean, remember when we on our little league team when we scrimmaged our dads? Our team scrimmaged our entire team of dads.
Yeah, who won? I honestly
they did.
They beat us.
Yeah. Well, because they had drafted some other guys who were like
not
older
dads.
Or older that helped them.
Oh, okay.
But it was fun. But the dads were hurting the next day. We were not.
All their arms were falling off.
Yeah. All
right, so one of the writers in this movie, Nick Swardson, he plays the guy who's like afraid of the sun, afraid of going outside. He's got a great haircut.
Unbelievable.
Are there people in real life who are afraid of the sun?
Of course.
Do you guys think so? I'm
sure it is.
It's called
phobias. Sad to hear it.
Heliophobia. Heliophobia, afraid of the sun. Yeah, people have it. I've never seen it, or like from what I was looking up, I didn't see anything as extreme as Nick Swardson's character.
Okay, well, I just want to say Nick Swardson, that guy he plays so many ridiculous characters. Yeah. It's like
just who he is. He's a weirdo, honestly.
He's from Minnesota. Weirdo. Did you know he's from Minnesota too?
No.
Yeah, that's where he's from. Doesn't matter that he's from Minnesota, but it's as far as like Hollywood is concerned, kind of abnormal.
Probably not a lot of Minnesotans, out in Hollywood. He loves to embrace the weird. All his characters are super weird. Right. Most of his stuff really isn't that funny, but this is.
He's a big Twins fan.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna go to Minnesota. I'm gonna go to Minnesota once baseball comes back, and I'm gonna at him in one of my posts shitting on the Twins or something, and I hope he responds.
We'll see. What's with all the titty twisters in this movie?
I agree. That was very, very weird.
Yeah. I've never seen another movie just highlighting titty twisters. And like, how many people do you think watched this and then started giving titty twisters to other people just out of like raw inspiration from this movie?
I don't know. Probably not many, honestly. It's my eyes.
They hurt.
I would hope not many. Well, here's the thing. Because the whole titty twister deal, there were like multiple characters who were doing it, so it was like, whoa, like did all these people hang out together, or like why is this a like shared thing?
It's so odd. Yeah, it's just like the whole town, like that whole area is just really into titty twisting.
Yeah,
I don't know the last time I ever did that to someone or someone did it to me. I don't even know if that's ever happened before. It's painful as hell though, man. Stay away from my nipples. That's like the golden rule. Don't touch anybody's nipples.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Totally.
No nipple twisting.
No, none of that.
I mean, we can argue that David Spade, Rob Schneider, Jon Heder, they're technically professional baseball players, right? Because they were getting paid to play baseball, even for a movie. So they're pros.
I guess.
Professional actors playing baseball, maybe.
That's the technical way to say it. But I'm saying they were getting paid to play baseball. I mean, and that's the dream.
I mean, that is the dream. It looks awesome. I agree.
I just want to. I got one more thing that I want to ask you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because Gus Bus, right? That's Rob Schneider's nickname in this movie, Gus Bus.
Terrible.
Is that, that's the worst nickname of all time, right?
The worst. Movie? They really made it known.
I can't think of anything else that is just awful as that. Gus Bus?
It's really bad.
I have one thing another additional thing I wanted to talk about as far as the movie is concerned that makes absolutely no sense, right? Because the three people that we follow through this movie, the older men who are playing in a Little League tournament, nobody questions their age. Everyone accepts their age because they are playing a game of baseball for the nerds who never got the opportunity to play.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's all for it. They're like, oh, 3 grown men are going to play against my children in a baseball game?
And
Let's do it.
I mean, like, as far as like this movement is concerned, but once this, the green team, I don't remember the name, but once they recruit Carlos, right? And that's like the I am 12 part.
Yep. Classic.
And then they slip the umpire $10.
That's all it takes.
He's bribed with $10, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that $10 is enough.
This paperwork is
you
legit.
can play." Once Carlos starts to play, then like Gus and his team are questioning why he's playing, but it's like, well, he's the same age as you guys, so what's the big deal? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess the big deal is just a numbers advantage. Like, they got 9 players, so if they have an adult and 8 other guys, it's a huge advantage.
Right. I get that, but I mean, it's just like, well, you guys are the same age as this one guy who's playing, but he was getting wasted the whole game. That man was a tank. He drank so much during that entire game, it was insane. Mm-hmm. Tequila, a ton of beers. Was he smoking a cigarette at one point?
Oh, I think so, yeah. On the mound.
Why didn't anyone notice that?
Maybe that was why it was PG-13.
That'd be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, because of that, some swearing, some other suggestive things, but whatever. I guess there's a Benchwarmers too, Bryan. Did you wanted to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote it down because I recently found out. I mean,
it's on Netflix.
2019, its release. It looks really bad, so I probably won't watch it.
What is it
about? It has like
none
of the originals in it. I wrote down the log line here. So after a freak accident ruins a guy's chances at playing professional baseball, he joins a competitive softball league for lawyers. Okay. Like, it has nothing to do with the original.
Accident. Okay, the guy was going to be a professional baseball player, joins a softball league. Do we have like who's in the movie?
There's nobody.
It's just Jon Lovitz.
Oh, I know the guy from American Pie's in it.
Yeah, I don't know which guy.
Not the guy who's like the lacrosse player.
Yeah, not Jason Biggs, like
the guy who's the lacrosse player.
Yeah, exactly. He's in it. He's the main character. I'm sure it's absolutely.
Do we have ratings? Can we pull up a rating? I'm just curious, like what people have scored it.
It's probably like a 5 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, come on. This movie, the first one was a 25 Metascore.
Yeah, and on Rotten Tomatoes, it's an 11. But there's all kinds of like crappy movies out there that are still entertaining. And
oh yeah, totally.
I know this Benchwarmers 2 flick though. It wasn't even in theaters.
Yeah, no. What do you got? Did you pull it up, Bryan?
Yeah, I mean it's a 4 out of 10 for a user.
What kind of
garbage?
Do we have any other stuff?
I'm not seeing anything else.
Oh, whatever. Then who cares? Okay, nice.
It's out there. If you want to waste an hour and a half of your life, go ahead and check it out. Benchwarmers 2, featuring not even any children.
Yeah,
a softball team that somehow has something to do with lawyers.
Well, I think that's about it. Let's move over to final thoughts. Again, I know we said we didn't want to really focus on a lot of the story. We were trying to find a script version of this. We're always trying to find screenplay versions of anything that we do here on Screenplay Junkie, but couldn't find it for this one. I remember actually at one point we were considering doing Bucky Larson. Yeah, we wanted to find a screenplay version of Bucky Larson because, again, it's a terrible movie.
You know in that movie he wants to be a porn star because his parents were porn stars?
Yes.
He's like trying to follow in his father's footsteps.
See, I want to get my hands on a script like that, though, because it's such a bad movie, but it still got made. So I'm trying to see how it looks on the page.
Well, it got made because they were friends with Adam Sandler. That's
well,
like
that too.
At the end of the day. Like, he was just famous. I mean, how else did Benchwarmers get a $33 million budget other than the fact that Adam Sandler put his name on it?
Well, right. The connections are there, but I want to see how these people are putting their comedy on a page. That's what I'm interested in.
It always is. It is trying to, like, reading funny scenes on paper is really interesting, and then seeing how they translate to on a camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, let's move into final thoughts. What do you guys got?
I like this movie. I mean, I was surprised by how much I was laughing throughout, honestly, because I hadn't sat down and watched this in years. Like, had to be 5 years since I last saw this, and it's really funny. It's goofy. Rob Schneider is a goddamn home run king. I give it 2 stars. I mean, it's totally goofy. It's not for everyone. I mean, a lot of people can bash if they want to. The ending is, not as maybe great as it could have been. But yeah, it's a 2-star movie, and it would have been fun to read a script, but we didn't have it for this one. Oh well. Rob Schneider.
What do you got, Bryan?
Dropping bombs.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go ahead and follow it up with another 2 out of 5 as well. It's entertaining. You know what you're in for. You know it's goofy. Baseball movie, I love them. Good laughs, good fun. I have that yearly fix, or maybe every couple of years I'll watch it.
Yeah, 1 to 2 stars here. I mean, I hate, like I said, probably the last episode, I hate attaching stars to the movies that we do here. But definitely currently with baseball coming back, any sort of baseball movie you can get your hands on to feel just that sort of, baseball element that you're missing nowadays with the coronavirus. Watch it. But, I mean, there's also The Sandlot. There's also Field of Dreams. There's also Bad News Bears. There's also a ton of other movies out there that you could watch that have their baseball fixes that you could watch. But
Rookie of the Year.
The Rookie, yeah, there's a ton of them. But, I mean, there are elements here in the Benchwarmers that I do like. Mm-hmm. There are parts that we've already discussed earlier that I don't think work as well. But overall, I think it's a decent comedy at best, but it does fall off for me, so... Yeah, play MLB The Show 20. I don't know. If you want to, especially if you're looking for baseball fix, play some MLB simulated baseball. You can add us on PS4 at, if you want to add us, just PM us.
PM?
Or PM us or send us a message or something. I don't know.
DM
us. DM. What is PM?
I don't know. Personal message.
PM, DM, whatever. If you play MLB, hit us up. No matter what platform you're using to listen to us, I want it to be known that we're available on iTunes, YouTube, and Spreaker. You can also find us on Instagram at screenplay_junkie. If you like our content, please be sure to follow our channels so you can stay in the loop with new episodes and quick movie reviews. Feel free to give us a rating or drop us a comment on any of these mediums. Any feedback or interaction is greatly appreciated. Got any scripts you think we should read or movies we should review? Shoot us a message on our Instagram or email us at screenplayjunkie.show@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. On the next episode, we're going to talk about the 1997 sci-fi film starring Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, Men in Black. Thank you for listening. We hope you can join us next time.